Oh my goodness gracious.
Are we back?
I can't wait for this to just accidentally be my channel again.
No. It's on the right one.
Can we pin a chat message that's something like, our stream's not usually this ugly. Usually it's filled with lovely Jenny art.
We're going analog.
This is about as low budget as it gets when it comes to Twitch streams. Especially because I, as a DM, never am the one who's streaming. Because I never ever want to capture any of my behind the scenes shit. So this is all you're getting. You're not getting anything else. I'm not. To be fair, I didn't plan on using like any maps or anything today. Depending on how far you get, I suppose. So you aren't going to get much beyond like a chat with dice rolls and stuff. But you'll just have to tell us what rolls you get out loud.
Oh, easy.
Which I think we kind of normally do anyway.
20. Another 20.
Okay. Let's just fucking play some D&D, shall we?
Yeah.
I had a sort of a follow-up concern with Auro's crayon colour. Like, if you were to say, pass me the see you later, fuckers, would that not ignite the sword, which may be, like, in a scabbard? Like, I feel... I love it as a name, I just feel like there's a certain element of danger there.
Well, the good thing about crayons is that I don't have to be holding a crayon all the time. So... I'm not really carrying crayons. And these are like mass-produced crayons that we're creating as a party that are going off in a multi-pack.
I really like that.
Oh my god, I love
Also,
the
your sword's
idea
not
of
gonna
that.
light on flame unless you're holding it. Like, it's not just gonna like ignite whilst you're not actively trying to ignite it.
Can we pre-do the in thing for next week, which is us collaborating with a local wax maker to make a crayon pack of all of our crayons and have coloring pages in the reading corner for people who need to bring their kids?
Completionist colours.
Oh.
Complete your collection today.
There's always one missing. There's one empty spot in there.
Oh my god, limited edition.
Oh, it's where Randall's would have been.
Randall's limited edition.
Oh my god.
Hold on. What would Randall's crayon be?
I don't know.
Parchment. It would have to be a parchment sort of colour.
Yeah, it's the same colour as paper.
It's the same color as paper.
Like quill ink. Like.
Ooh, yeah, like an inky black. Yep. I like the idea of it being the kind of like ivory color and it just smelling like books. Like the crayon was more about the smell because they do smell like crayons.
Old tome beige.
Wait, what'd you call it?
Old tome beige.
Old
it's just like that kind of like browny beige that you get from like old paper.
See, this is the sign of making a good character, where the other members of your party have such a strong idea of your character's identity that they can suggest things.
Yeah, but when that identity is books, it's not too difficult.
No, it's not just books. Books and parchment. It's, the core identity of Randall lives on.
Pea stain brown.
Let's continue with some actual for realties D&D. Although I would argue that chatting shit with your friends is part of D&D, and we've been actually playing D&D since 7. Right. You guys have shot through the portal out of the unmentionable area and into a brand new area. Well, we're not that brand new. So you guys tumble through the vortex of magic and you spill out into the small ritual circle that you had prepared with Hilda before you embarked on your quest. You are hidden amongst the tents and wagons of circus life. As the autumn evening sun sets, you see a plume of steam billow out from a nearby tent, and with it comes Hilda. Oh, you're early, but not too early.
Early?
I was watching, of course. I was scrying, and I thought you would be a little while longer. Welcome back. And she comes and she runs over to you, and I remember that you've arrived with Drazik, a huge fire giant, Elron, Hilda's long-lost lover that you've just saved. You're down Nugget, but you are otherwise... You've also got Ethale, who's a brand new member of the party. But she runs over, and instead of like embracing her long-lost love or anything like that, she comes straight to Oro and just embraces Oro. Like, that's a very clear first priority. And she looks up and down, and she grabs her, you look good. You look strong.
Oh.
I look at you, and she like rubs her cheek, and she's looking for like nicks and cuts, and you're pretty much pristine. And then she looks at the other guys in your party. And whilst your health might be looking okay, over the last couple of sessions, you have each been healed repeatedly by Neurali and Top non-stop. You're all looking pretty tired. I know that some of us are extremely low on spell slots, and that is the majority of you are not feeling 100%, whereas Oro, bar missing Nugget, is actually looking pretty fine. I'll hear nothing about any sort of DM favoritism, alright? She's just very hard to hit.
It's rogues for you.
So she kind of like, she grabs her cheek, but not in like a goochie kind of way. She like grabs her cheek and she's like looking almost like for it, like integrity. She's like, you're good, you're fine, you got no dirt on you, you're grand. And she's like, good girl, you've done well, I'm very proud of you. And she's like, now, I'm gonna check out the rest of your friends. Is that okay? You good? You happy? You safe? You secure now? I've run you a bath.
Oh.
And you know that's something that she like. It's almost like you have this like reputation as the stinky goblin in your party because you do such a rubbish job of like caring about like hygiene. But when you were at the circus, it's not that you were like pampered and looked after, but Hilda was the person who would be like, "You're having a bath," and you'd be like, "No."
Don't want that, Mom.
So you're having a bath. It's in there. And she points to the tent where all the steam was coming out of it. Go on. Where's Nugget?
Oh, some skeletons killed him. Well, send him to the other realm. I'll get him back.
Okay, I've got a treat for him. You get him back when you're ready.
Okay.
And she's like, off you go. She watches.
Okay. I'm dragging my feet along.
She goes through the rest of you, and she starts with Nora, and she goes, hello, dear, are you okay?
Really tired.
Yeah, I thought you would be tired. You look tired. Don't take me wrong, but you look tired, sweetheart.
Yeah. I kind of headcanon that casters, when they're like really down to like their last like bits of energy, that they're even kind of like gaunt, like their life force has been like depleted, and I've got literally 2 spell slots left, so all my sorcery points are gone, all of my other like everything is used except for those 2 spell slots. So she looks rough, she looks tired. It's not like, oh, you're just not wearing makeup today. It's like, ooh, you aren't wearing makeup and you didn't sleep. Yikes.
And you're a bit sick.
And you're a bit sick.
So,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you look a little peachy. I made up a bed for you guys. You can go and all have a good long rest. But you rest up tonight because tomorrow we'll be having a party.
Oh,
so you can rest.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, you got to rest up because otherwise you won't enjoy yourself, and we want you to have a good time. Now you go. It's the next tent along, so the one with the steam. You go over there. She kind of like ushers you away. You go. There's nice, lots of pillows. Darling, there's even some satin kind of blankets. It's very nice in there. Okay.
Thank you.
And she kind of moves along to Haiku. What did you do? She like looks at your shell, and it's practically empty. What happened here?
It's my fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Oh, okay.
But I know that you'll find more to add to your collection. It'll be fine.
Fingers crossed.
You'll be okay. You'll get through this. I'm sure this has been difficult for you to you know what, you're going to have an evening of self-reflection, I'm sure. Now, perhaps you'll also want to take a rest. just follow really down there. There's a bed made for you as well.
Cheers. Thank you.
Heike, before you go, who are these two? And she turns you towards the rest of the party, and from there you can see she's pointing to Athale and Drazik, the massive fire giant. She has in no way made any kind of efforts to address Elrond being there.
Well, we've got... I kind of adopted them as Athale, the slightly shorter one. He was locked up...
Slightly.
When we got there, and
fire giant. Yeah.
he's helped us escape and whatnot. And then Drazik was originally kind of working at the prison, but wanted out and has been actually quite very useful for letting us escape. They're good people.
You know that Drazik goes down onto one knee. Hilda is a smaller lady for a human, but she's not Oro height, but she's a smaller lady. And he gets down on one knee, and he's still towering over her. And he says something in giant that none of you can understand. And she smiles and almost blushes a little bit, and she says, "You rascal." Instead. And then she turns finally and she says, "You two, it's a pleasure to meet you, Athale. I mean, you've helped my daughter escape, and Elrond, you got out, so you must be competent. But you were in a prison, so we'll see how you do."
Is that to Elrond or to me?
To you.
Yeah. I don't think Athale says anything.
Off to bed with you.
Okay.
She points towards the same tent and then marches you up.
Yeah.
And Drazik kind of follows you. And you guys can you're all kind of getting to your various tents and kind of finding your way to somewhere more comfortable. When you see...
Can I be peeking out to see how she greets Elrond?
Yeah, she calmly stands next to him, squeezes him by the shoulders, shakes him a little bit, and then gives him a big kiss.
Oh.
I just lay down and go to sleep after that. Or at first, I think I look over to Thale and I'm like, "That's Laura's mom," and then just asleep.
So Oro, you find yourself. You go off to the tent, and there is this massive freestanding bath that's been filled up and heated. It's a little bit hot, which is why she was saying you're a little early, but it slips out quite quickly. And it is the times where you are doing your normal hygiene stuff. It is hot water at best. You might find that there's some soap that Nuri's tucked into your towel or something, or and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll do it just because it'll get her off my back," that kind of thing. But you get to the bath and it's super bubbly. There's multiple candles all in a room, all scented and burning, and there's a plethora of soaps and sauces, all kind of different bits and bobs for you to use, and you know that you'll probably not touch any of them, but because there's clearly been some kind of bath bomb kind of thing used in there, you feel like you will step into this bath and come out of it immediately 10 times cleaner than you've ever been. It's just there's going to be some kind of purifying property of just being in the room. So you most likely have a quick dip before running off to bed yourself. And you sleep soundly. Have a nice long rest. Congratulations, everyone. Get your hit die back and your spell slots and your hit points.
Oh.
Let's go.
That's good. Jenny.
Yes.
Can I share the Athale doodle?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm doing it via the D&D. Hang on. Well, I should have sorted this out first.
Yeah, you can have to put that in a link in chat and not expect me to put it on stream because that's not happening.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll put it in the D&D channel.
Yeah.
And the long rest difference on my character sheet is so good.
This is on Discord for those of you who aren't on Discord.
Someone doing exclamation mark Discord? I can't
And
spell my own
once
snake's
you
name.
post it into this, there's a URL from it you can take and just stick it in chat, I think.
That's true.
I can't spell.
Oh my god.
That's
So cute.
I haven't seen that one.
Look how happy they are.
They are. So,
True love.
That's true.
There you go. Sit in chat. That should work.
because Athale doesn't sleep properly, being of an elven descent. So he just has like a trance for 4 hours instead, and so part of the time while everybody else is still sleeping and Athale is just like awake is spent with Scythe. Just like it's almost like a dance that they do together, where like Scythe like slithers around and like they move. It's just like it's silent, but it's just like a little play thing they do.
Oh, that's nice.
I love that.
And then like going through his spell books and stuff and just doing wizard stuff, you know.
Yeah, prepping your spells for the day, that kind of thing. I kind of like the idea that this, like the prep that you do with Scythe is also like you do like training stuff. Where you're like, like how many fingers have I got behind?
Yeah.
Like speed reflex kind of stuff. That's so fun. Cool. Okay.
Haiku will notice, because Nerly's going to fall immediately asleep. They've slept in proximity many a times while traveling. She normally is a pretty quiet, like, gentle sleeper. She is snoring so hard. She is just so fucking wiped that it goes away after a little bit, but it probably, like, is a little annoying for, like, a good 30 minutes before she really gets into
the hush money down just so I can get to sleep. Once you're asleep, it's fine, but gotta get up on that ridge.
That's funny. That's funny.
The long rest button sorts all of it out for you. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't do is anything that you've like hand input for like tracking.
Yeah.
You can tell it to reset them though. Yeah, because I've got mine resetting when you
Let's not
press the
start
button.
talking saying good things about Roll20.
So if you,
That
like,
sounds like a useful feature.
there's this really rubbish feature where if it's tiny, a little cog, you have to hover over the box next to where it says total. And then there's this itty bitty little drop down, which is really hard to read and not very ergonomic at all, and doesn't really explain what it does. But if you set that, then it resets it to whatever you set the total is.
Oh my god. Oh
And the
my
use PB,
god.
I can't remember what that does.
PB.
Proficiency bonus.
Proficiency bonus.
So that'll add, like, if you roll it, it'll add your proficiency bonus to whatever the thing is, I think.
Wow. How terrible.
It's awful. I would never use it.
What an inconvenient feature.
Wow. Sorry. I mean, yeah, hey.
Wow!
Wow, that's terrible, is what you mean.
Terrible. Terribly convenient, damn it. Shit. Okay. Right. So, you wake up feeling well rested.
Is it dawn?
It is dawn. You get any of your once a days back, you're good.
Is that reset at dawn? Is it not
Yeah.
midnight?
Some things I've got are also explicitly dawn.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
I suspect to stop people saying, "Will I stay up till 1 a.m.?" I think it's more of a, if you're expecting this to go and you don't sleep, you get a point of exhaustion within the time that it takes to use it a second time. Because if you don't sleep, you get an exhaustion point. Smart. Okay. So, you are... most of you kept kind of asleep until... what most people within the circus field would consider a late hour, but it is an 8 a.m. wake up. And you're kind of woken up by Hilda waking up Oro. She comes into the tent and she's like, Sweetheart. Oro,
I'm actively trying to
awake now, okay? Up.
What is it?
I've made you some breakfast. Some breakfast for you and for your friends.
Okay.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget breakfast.
I made some breakfast. We're gonna have a chat, okay?
A chat.
We're gonna have a chat. All right. So I'd like you to get ready. Come to the table, please.
Okay. Yeah. Be right there.
All right, sweetheart. See you soon. And she moves off, knowing full well that she's spoken loud enough to wake everyone else up.
They was already awake.
Yeah.
She always like that.
She's not usually like that. She doesn't.
I mean, not so serious. But
Yeah.
she's not a stern woman, but she is. She doesn't take much shit. She shows her affection. She's deeply affectionate. But sometimes her affection comes out in go and have a bath now, or you're going to bed now.
Yeah. What Athale's experience has been, came out of a non-butthole portal, told to go to bed immediately. That was being told to go and have breakfast.
Yeah. And also, you were in prison, you might not be a good guy, I've got an eye on you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Also, we've been awake for what feels like days at this point. Come on, can we not have had a little bit longer?
I think so
urgent.
I wake up looking like that scene of Anna waking up in Frozen with her hair all like drooling a little bit. But she's early, so she kind of like stretches and shakes and everything falls into place, obviously.
Yeah.
Disney princess style.
And so you kind of all get ready. Anything in particular, anything noteworthy about your waking up routine today, or are you just going to get cracking?
Not for Oro.
When Haiku gets out of bed, they almost fall into their front because they're used to putting more forth into standing up, and that's going to take a little bit to get used to.
They walk slightly faster because they're leaning slightly further over.
Yeah.
Counterbalance.
Okie dokie. All right.
I think I just make quick work of doing like a quick face wash. Would prestidigitation clean your teeth? Because they're non-living. Yeah, that's the easiest way to brush your teeth, huh?
Not sure I would describe them as non-living.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick face wash, toothbrush, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thus, you guys get ready. It's a little bit of an unusual way to wake up because Nugget's missing, but you guys are still capable adults. You can function without a giant bat. So you get to the breakfast table. You find yourself being led by Oro to Hilda's tent, which you've been in a couple of times before. And sure enough, there is breakfast that's been made. You've got some kind of maple syrup, pancakes, bacon, kind of like mushroom, like steak mushrooms, like just a very big steak cut mushroom, some garlic butter, that kind of thing. And she leads you in, and you go have a seat, and she's like, "I made this just for you." And she kind of like sets Oro down. She's just like, "I'm so happy to have you back. It just feels like you're away so much now, and I don't get to see you as much, and it's just so nice to have you back." And you kind of, she's not ceremonial about how you start eating. You guys start tucking in. But what you notice something is there is a giant bouquet of flowers directly in front of where Oro is sitting, because Hilda brings it in and plonks it directly in front of her. There is a note.
Is this from you?
No. It's to me. Read the note.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Okay. I read the note.
It says, "I regret to inform you that it is believed that your circus performer, Oro, has fallen in the service of the crown, alongside her companions known as the Completionists. Our sincerest condolences." There is an asterisk and some information at the bottom of the sheet that says, Please do inform your local war wizard if you find this to be inaccurate, and or if she is found to be resurrected. You'll be entered into a raffle for 10 gold pieces as a thank you for facilitating the accurate maintenance of adventurer records in accordance with the Cormier Adventurer Act 1239 DR. The Purple Dragon Knights, and it's signed Garius Sariel.
Good.
Nerly drops her flatware, like a fork or whatever's in her hand.
Those bitches.
Haiku just slams a fork on the table.
So, it seems like you're dead.
No, but we probably know why it's pretending that we're dead.
This maybe isn't an entirely negative thing.
You had life insurance, right?
If everyone thinks we're dead, we can operate a bit more, covertly. Well,
You didn't tell them that we're actually alive, did you?
Oh, no, of course not, no. I played the, bereaving mother. I bawled and I bawled and I bawled and I bawled. We all know I will outlive you, my sweetheart, but I bawled. I bawled and I bawled.
Who delivered these flowers?
A courier.
Okay.
However, this was only a few days ago.
Oh.
And bearing in mind you've been an extra play in our portal, timey-wimey. And of course I was divining your location at all times, so I was aware that you were fine. In danger, but fine. You're capable.
Yeah.
I knew you were okay. Now, of course, I'm assuming, at least for now, that you want to maintain this illusion that you are deceased.
Oro kind of feels obliged to, catch her mom up on the happenings, and also Athale at the same time.
Yeah.
But they was just like, I have no idea what's going on.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of be like, here's
Other
the
than,
TL.
you are the completionists, those completionists.
Whoa, does Athale say that? Because I don't think Nerly has any concept of the fact that they might be famous.
Yeah, Athale's like, so you are the completionists. I suspected with Oro. It's unlikely there was more than one Oro goblin. But that
Actually,
means
there
you
was
must...
somebody impersonating her.
Ha.
But it would be obvious pretty quickly that they're not the Oro.
And they probably did not have that giant fucking bat with them.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And that makes you, Haiku, the executioner.
Excuse me?
Wait,
You are...
sit.
Yes, that is how you were introduced to me.
By who?
Okay.
Yes. In a tavern. There was a bard singing a song about the executioner.
I've got a song.
I don't remember the words, I'm afraid. I won't perform it for you.
Oh, I'll give you the story at some point.
And then, of course, that means we have Nurali or Milbane. Yes.
That's not nearly as good of a name.
It's still good. What do you mean?
Oh, sweetheart, not everyone calls you Milbane. Just the most people.
Call us things?
It's like other people actually did know that as well.
Oh yeah, no, these names have been these are unknown.
I didn't really realize that people talked about us.
Well, I suppose if you blow up mills...
It was
Then-
full of mushrooms and spores. To a horrible mushroom god thing.
That makes more sense than you just hating mills.
What they say? Do so many good things, and that's what people talk about.
Exactly. That's entirely unfair.
It could be worse. You could be known as the Great Unclean One. Hilda looks directly at Oro.
I was just missing home, you know. I couldn't have a bath anywhere that wasn't here. What was I supposed to do? There's no bath like the bath that you draw for me.
Well,
so
that's right.
Yeah.
But
So
I
I
know
just
that nobody
didn't
does
pay
her
you.
best.
I do a lot of prestidigitation work.
It's only so much that prestidigitation can get out.
That's true. I still think that sounds cooler than Milbane, but okay.
You're not only known as Milbane, sweetheart.
What else do they call me?
Moon Preacher.
I like that
Pretty
one.
good.
Mm-hmm.
You made quite an impression when you arrived on scene in your wings the last time you were at the circus.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't have to be undercover anymore at that point, basically.
We get a
Or
lot
that
of requests for the return of the soapy angel.
Dopey Angel?
Yeah.
That's fun. I like
So
that one
if you ever want
too.
to return to the circus and make a little money, you let me know.
You can keep the money. We have a lot of that now.
Cool.
Good. So, you wanted to catch us up on why you might be dead.
Yes. Who is Garius Sariel? And why
A
are they
liar!
claiming your death? Well, evidently.
Do you want to tell them, Oro? You can tell them. I'll just
Oh,
get
I was
mad.
hoping that Oro could just do a TL.
No, I think
and
it's
not actually
important that
have
we
to
don't
explain it.
TLDR.
Oh, God.
Other people can contribute. It's not all. Doesn't have to all be Oro.
Okay. Wait, do you know about Garius, you two? Have you heard about Garius before?
Are you asking Hilda and Athale?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm familiar.
Yeah, he's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
famous.
How? Yeah, like
Roll a
how?
history check.
Yeah.
DC
How well
is
known?
a 15. 17 for you. No, 15.
Don't matter.
You do recognize the name Garius Sariel. You have heard his name because you've spent time in Suzail. With the wizard that you were last working with, Suzail was the kind of hub. It's where he had his kind of wizard's tower. And so Garius Sariel came up quite a lot. You would hear his name on, like, you'd have the town criers and stuff in the newspaper sellers. He'd be like a headline or something every now and again, and you'd hear the name called out. He's quite a popular figure in Cormyr at the moment, especially in Suzail. He's a very popular figure in Suzail. He's kind of like the people's knight kind of thing, like because he's good looking and everyone kind of thinks that he does what is right and just. So he's like very chic right now. So you've not heard anything bad about Garius Sariel at all?
Okay. I have heard of him, the Purple Dragon Knight. He seems to stand up for the common person, fight the good fight. I don't think I ever met him directly.
Well, we thought he was a pretty stand-up guy too. But after we trusted him with quite a lot of information, turns out he was not who he said he was. If anyone else would like to divulge more into that.
He's a bastard, is what he is.
Yeah, literally
you need to
doesn't
know.
exist. His entire persona isn't even real. He's not even a real person. He's somebody else pretending to be a purple dragon knight. A murderer.
Oh.
He turned a religious order into a cult and made them murder people or convinced them to, and then he killed all of them too. And he tried to kill us.
Several times.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
And seems to have assumed success.
He tricked us into trusting him. And apparently he's also my brother. And it's all a big jealousy thing.
This is quite the tale. This is many turns.
Yeah.
It was pretty shocking. Oh, we never went and checked out Libramons. I sent him right there.
The monastery?
You know about it?
I have been intending to go there to do some research. But I have not found the time. Or been in the right place. Being in an interdimensional prison.
If you'd like to go, yes. How did you get... well, you talked about how you got in there, actually, I guess, but... Well, we'll ask. I have questions. We'll talk about that later.
Is he there because he did bad things? What? Why were you there?
No. I was on a errand for a wizard. A wizard who I did trust previously. But I do not trust anymore, for they gave me incorrect information about the potency of remaining spells in an ancient prison.
So when I'm going to ask you, when you say don't trust, do you mean, I think his information maybe not be perfect, or do you think he tricked me?
I think the former, not he tricked me. Like I don't trust that person's judgment anymore. Okay. They've showed themselves not like
they've shown themselves to not be quite as reliable as you thought.
I think if they all also being a wizard would be reasonably judgy on that.
Yes, big time. I mean, there's a variety of different types of wizards. Some of them are more reliable than others. Some of them are supremely intelligent. Some of them less so. And whilst this particular wizard seems to have a great deal of success in Suzail at the moment, his name is Liarum Steadyquill. He's currently residing in the Emerald Spire, which is a preeminent wizard tower in Suzail. He is clearly not quite as effective as you thought he was.
Yeah.
You got betrayed too?
Aileron, being in the room, is like he comes in with like a cup of tea from. So the Hilda's tent, there is a separate room which is clearly like her bed chambers, and he comes out of the bed chambers in her nightie. like silken nightie comes out. His like old man knees, like all bare and his barefoot, and he comes. It's not properly wrapped.
Sure,
like,
someone's
tied
into
up. Like it's just tied up a little bit, like enough to be to keep his modesty. But he comes in with a cup of tea. Oh yes, these upstart wizards.
Robe's tied up.
He's got enough. Yes, no, he's not tied up.
Yeah, that's
tied.
That's immediately where I went, and I was like, "No, that's not what you're talking about."
No, yes, these upstart wizards these days.
Yes.
They don't make them like they used to. Like me.
Yes. Indeed.
Takes a seat at the table.
I would not say betrayed, Nirali. I would say misplaced trust in their judgment on matters of magical nature.
Those are the most
they're not evil, they're
natures.
just incompetent, maybe. It is an important nature.
That's why you're so lucky to have someone like Haiku, who's clearly well versed in these ways.
Yep. You know, it's the best way to learn things. Just poke him and see what happens.
Actively, like, tinkering with something at the breakfast table that is falling apart and, like, struggling to put it back together again. Like,
a small fireball just goes up.
I've got a normal. I had a normal fork at the beginning, and now it's like a motorized fork. It's self-spooning itself into there.
The fork of always misses. Like, it's motorized to, like, aim at things, but it never goes to the thing you're trying to fork. It always goes to something else.
Trying to fork individual beans.
Yeah.
No tinkering at the dinner table.
All right.
That's so funny.
That's what nighttime is for.
all night long.
Yeah, so he's awful, and I don't really know the full story of how he created that whole persona, but that person literally doesn't exist. It's just an alias. He disguises the way he looks somehow.
Fascinating.
I mean, there's lots of magic that can disguise the way you look, but, like, we have, like, seen him up close and, like, touched him, so there's something more to it than just an illusion.
Perhaps it is. Have you seen him not as Carius?
Have we seen Alrius as Alrius? Only in flashbacks, right? Only in, like, visions?
Yeah, you've never seen Alrius as Alrius.
Perhaps he always looks that way. So there is no illusion. It is mere deception.
Well, you'll know when he, like, stabbed Absit Luna, that massive sword, into the heart of the dragon and summoned this massive, like, shadow dragon in the flashback that Randall saw, which is obviously hard to communicate to you guys now because he's dead. But he saw the kind of, like, the fallen Aasimar wings come out of the back, and, like, nothing visibly changed beyond the wings sprouting. So you can make some assumptions about whether or not that's Alrius is just a name copy-pasted onto someone, you know, no illusions required.
Right.
Oh yeah, I guess the wings would go away. I got it in my mind that he looked completely different in one of the visions that we had, but that... Because I was thinking of the one where Caspian meets Seraphina and saves Alrius.
Yeah.
But I guess he didn't necessarily... I guess I just assumed that a fallen Aasimar, like the rest of them, would change too, because, like, I think Priestess Code looked a little different. But maybe not.
Yeah, but I mean, the things that will be different will be things that are... it wouldn't be impossible, you know, if you see Jack without his glasses on, you're going to have... Do you know what I mean? Like, there are things that you can do with your
yeah,
appearance.
that's fair.
Oh my god, Fallen Jack?
Fallen Jack.
Guy.
That, you know, someone with a beard or without a beard, like those kinds of changes that...
Okay.
It's kind of hard to know whether or not you were looking at the right person.
A full Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I guess I don't actually know what it really looks like.
It's just hard to believe someone so goddamn evil is so dashingly handsome.
Is that really hard to believe?
I think it is.
You'd hope so, right?
I don't think they should be allowed it.
Mm.
I think that makes it easier to be evil.
Mm.
People
Don't
are
say
just...
that.
Yeah.
Being evil means you do things you're not allowed to do anyway, so even if you didn't allow it, they would still do it.
I just meant people like to be close to people that they think are pretty, and they give them things and are nice to them. Or at least that's what it seems like I have seen happen in the world. So.
Nudges Hilda. Because she's pretty.
True.
Still got it.
Elrond, you dirty dog.
I know that is.
Yeah, so definitely nobody tell him that we're still alive. I wonder if he actually thinks we're dead or if he's just trying to get information.
That's probable.
How would this get information?
How would what?
Well, how would sending a courier with flowers provide information to someone not here?
Because of the instructions to report whether it's true or not. Like, obviously, Aura's mother, who can divine things, would easily be able to check on her child, as she did and mentioned doing.
That was me forgetting that there was that on there. Oops.
That's okay.
Can scries be intercepted, like in real life with like a phone call? Or is that not really a thing? Can you not tap
You can
into
roll an
scry?
arcana check if you'd like.
Ooh.
Also known as Tom buys time
I would like to
Google
help
I'm not
if Haiku asks that out loud, then
Sure.
Definitely.
Nerly will give her
I don't
2
think there are
cents.
rules about it. Like, the DMG doesn't say what happens if someone tries to intercept a scry.
Yeah, that's a dreadful role.
No, I think if you isn't there a thing where you get to know if you're being scribed? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So, you'll know that there are ways that people who are being scried can hide themselves from being scried, or can make it easier to scry people, or maybe be aware that they're being scried. And then there are different types of like clairvoyance where you can see or you can hear or that kind of stuff. Some of them are more like invasive or like more obvious. So you know a little bit about the kind of the school, as it were, but only kind of broadly speaking. You don't know how anyone could actively intercept things or really what that would even look like. But you live in a fantasy world where people have done crazier things.
So, yeah. Not really heard of it, but theoretically it's not out of the question. Don't think I could pull it off, but no, there might be someone else who could.
I think the typical spellcaster probably couldn't, but a lot of the people we've met aren't typical, so...
Oh, I don't know, apart from that one guy, he was quite typical.
That
There
one
are
guy.
so many
Oh,
people.
the noble! The noble! With the worst
Oh.
stat line ever! The one person! One regular person.
You just don't go around punching peasants enough to know what their stats look like.
He wasn't
Yeah.
a peasant, he was a noble!
Yeah, which is not that much, like, compared to adventurers.
I mean, if we take the real world into example, the people with the most money are usually the least well-constituted, the least intelligent, the least compassionate, the least wise, you know? So, like, almost
Bad
a noble would
stats.
make him have worse stats. Yeah. Money is his stat. That
Yeah.
makes up for everything else being a dumb stat.
I think that's the TLDR on Carius. Unless there's anything else.
What do you intend to do?
Well, I'm pretty sure
Kill
we're
him?
probably gonna kill him. Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
After everything he's done, I don't think he can be saved.
He is well loved in certain areas, so you may wish to have some way of proving the evil, unless you want to become vilified by them.
Did we recover? Am I making it up that we recovered some kind of journal of Caspians that noted things about Alarius? Or was this a vision and because it had to do with Randall, I just immediately associated it with the book?
Great question. I can't remember in what medium you received that information. I think it was a...
So Randall wrote a bunch down for you, I think. So, like, there was, like, Randall wrote out, like, the whole story, basically.
Yeah. But that wasn't like...
It was visions given to you by the Grimoire.
Right. That's what. That's why.
I think like pages turned into scenes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, going around the
So you didn't like get a good look at like what people look like because it was all book pages.
Mm-hmm. Unless they happen to look like book pages, and perfect.
Yeah.
And for better or worse, that book doesn't exist anymore. So you know, us being able to tell the story is still just hearsay versus having a journal or a magic book. Although I'm glad that the book doesn't exist anymore. I do think that it's good that it's gone.
Oh wow!
But
good
I don't know
memory,
that we
Grace. Wow.
Right?
Yeah, incredible.
Oh man! Imagine having someone like Grace in your party who's just like
Doesn't even have to take
Remember
notes, just knows.
Yeah.
I think we knew that, and so I kept
Sorry, are those
looking.
actual chat redeems from Cyborg, or are those not actual chat redeems?
They're not in the right.
Yeah,
Look,
that's the
right.
right text.
Don't they?
They're not.
They look. They're just you just copy paste.
But I assume all of the money has gone to the fishing.
Oh, it's because none of the.
I'm pretty sure Tom introduced fishing just so that we wouldn't have points.
I think during the stream, Wang redeemed the.
Oh.
Because Jenny's not live, so the redeems
fair
aren't
enough.
enabled.
I should have guessed that when I went to redeem first again when it became live again, and I couldn't. And I didn't think too much about it.
The redeems aren't enabled.
Yeah, the ones that are going to be tied specifically to like OBS or through any other things.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As we were.
Now it is.
Typical Jeff and atypical Jeff.
Well, Cyborg, you were 138 chins.
You are
You are.
contractually obliged for those.
They do have interest on them.
Well,
Better be quick.
Rumpus will spin the actual chins later.
God, where's my name
Ooh.
block?
Sorry, fucked up my shoulder.
Found it.
I think also because we knew about the visions and Randall had told us stuff, I had been looking through the Enclave for proof, but we couldn't find anything because everything was destroyed. I guess the ghosts, if they're still there, could be, but then it would still just be like, do you trust this ghost? I guess. They could zone of truth us.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think we have any like material proof. Yeah, you know, I doubt that we'll end up in a situation where we're like confronting him in the capital or something. So far it has been in random places out in the wild or in places that were turned into
well,
dragon lairs.
Whilst I've been...
do you know how names spread?
Yeah.
As we have
been,
learned.
Out of the business for some time, but I do have I have my own wizard tower in Suzale, you know.
Oh.
I'm sure I could set you up, and we could start looking there. I've got I was a war wizard in my day, you know, before I was whisked away in the old Emerald Spire, I used to call it. Nice place right in the centre of Suzale. It's I'll make my way back there once I've spent a little bit longer with Hilda here.
Don't you think if you've been gone long enough that somebody else would take over?
No.
Oh.
I like to think he's renting it out as an Airbnb. That's my,
There's just
my
a-
headcanon.
There's a steward
all
there.
my traps, all of my, you know, that it's just, it's unlikely.
As long as it's not that one that we blew up and turned into Glorp.
Oh yeah.
No, that wasn't in Suzanne.
No. I say we. You.
Yeah,
It
fair.
has just explicitly said that the wizard tower that the wizard that you are currently or were currently previously working with is his.
Yeah. I caught that, but Norley
I
doesn't
did
know
not
that,
catch
so.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
The Emerald Tower is a pretty name.
The Emerald Spire is
Emerald
is
Spire,
the
sorry.
spire is the wizard tower that your previous employer, Liarum Steadyquill, was working out of. It's the one that you're most familiar with because that's where you would meet him and go off on quests, etc.
I I do not think it is as empty as you may wish it to be. I have worked with another wizard, the one who got me sent into that prison with you, out of that very tower.
Motherfucker. Who is it?
A steady quill.
That upstart little shit.
Liaram.
I'll take it back. It'll be mine again. Take a man's wizard tower. How dare he? Well,
Do you think that person got you trapped in that place so they could have your tower?
unless he made me pull a card from the deck of many things, it seems unlikely.
That's a pretty stupid idea.
Have we determined whether in character we know what a deck of many things is?
Pretty good question. Roll an Arcana check, each and every one of you.
Surely I know, because it's been explained.
Oh yeah, no, you know. You know.
Okay.
I'm going to assume with a 10, I do not know.
Haiku does know. Thale is familiar but doesn't know the intricacies of it. Haiku is very familiar with the intricacies.
Haiku has one.
No! giving Jack more loot. And there was a moment where I considered
It's 52 cards.
I did consider it.
Giving Haiku a deck of many things.
If you slip with a deck of many things,
idea.
Like if you slip and throw them on the floor.
Intentionally pull one.
Okay.
When you pull one, you say how many you're going to pull from the deck.
Oh, yeah.
If in doubt, pull a card.
You might as well say 52, right?
Oh, there they go. Back to the actual prison. For
Yeah, but then
Unless
you're
you
also
draw-
guaranteed to get a wish.
Yeah, unless the first card you draw is the one that destroys the entire universe, you know.
Oh, but then who's there to care?
True.
Hey,
Problem solved, right?
that means we've defeated Garius. It's fine. Quest completed.
The completionists!
Completed everything.
Yeah,
Campaign
it's
end.
If we
It's
compare
not a
the word
TPK, it's a
complete
campaign
with ends.
PK.
Oh my god, I love it.
Total campaign kill.
Exactly, is a deck of many things. I've heard you tell the story of pulling cards before, but I don't.
It is a powerful magical item and a really good way to spice up the bedroom.
I don't think I've heard that as one of its uses before. Aaron, I'm going to be honest with you.
You think I'm just pulling cards out of the deck of
likewise.
many things for shits and giggles?
Honestly, kind of.
Well, partly.
You're hoping for like the wish one.
Listen, let's not talk about what I was hoping for.
Yes, that's not.
Now I really want to know.
Hilda
You still
turns
have
to
that?
Elrond. Hilda turns to Elrond and says, "Shut up."
You still have that item somewhere?
Do I still have the deck of many things? Yes, and you will not be touching it. She looks.
No, I don't
she
want
looks
to.
directly into the face of Haiku.
Oh, that is uncalled for.
She
Is
turns
it?
to Oro. Says, "Is it uncalled for?"
No, it's not.
No, I didn't think so. No.
Come on, Oro. I'm sorry, you're taking your mum's side.
Well, yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
And they've in character heard the story of Hilda pulling a card and finding Oro, right? Or do they not know that that's how that happened?
Would the Hilda and Elrond not know? So
No,
Elrond-
do we know?
Oh, Oro, have you told the story?
I feel like I probably must have told the story at some point. Like why we're going to find Elrond. Well, because in the deck of many things, I pulled a card that found me. Blah blah blah. You know.
So
I
it's
feel
a really
like it was
powerful item,
brought up.
and it put him in a prison, and it gave you a child.
Yeah, well, yeah. Pretty much.
So did it give you like directions to finding Oro? Like
So I pulled the Vizier card.
What's that do?
Remind me. At any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve a puzzling problem or other dilemma. In other words, knowledge comes with wisdom on how to apply it. So she says, well, I pulled the vizier, and having lost Eleron, I asked what I should do next. And I was, in my meditations, led to where I found Oro.
So is she just like lying on the ground? Because it turns out I was found just like lying on the
She
ground.
was in a little basket under a pool table.
A pool table?
Yeah, it's like a game that you find in like inns
The long stick.
with the
Like
long stick and the balls. Yeah,
Okay, so not like a table made of a pool.
no.
Thank you, Cyborg. Can't do a little disc over the thing, but you get it.
So the deck wanted you, or magic wanted you to take care of Oro, and that was your next step?
I don't know, but that's what I did. I'm raising this little ball of joy, this little stinky ball of joy. And she kind of ruffles Oro's hair. Also meant that Eleron came back to me inadvertently. 18 years later.
Or not inadvertently? Maybe that's why that was your next step.
I lost Eleron for many years, and I wouldn't change a thing. Hey! Listen, she's pretty great, but I was gone. I was in prison. It's a long time.
How does
Kind of your own
Eleron,
fault, though.
how does Eleron feel about being a dad?
No. Now, Oro, I'm not your father. I'm not your dad. Hilda and I aren't married. We're not in any kind of committed relationship. I think you're great.
Thanks.
We'll
Yeah,
be
don't worry.
pals.
I was going to call you up for child support or anything.
Now that I know you got a wizard tower, well.
You owe me 18 Christmases and 18 birthdays.
Sounds like he's just avoiding responsibility.
So do we go check out the monastery first? Or do we try...
No,
I don't like the
before
idea.
you do anything, Hilda has something to discuss with you. She says, yes, well, like this card says, you're dead. And I thought that perhaps maybe you would like it to stay that way. And the circus would never hear about your death and then do nothing.
Oh.
What would we do, Oro? Historically, if any member of the kind of cast, especially one of the acts, has died, they have done a one-night big special, fantastic, amazing extravaganza, themed very specifically around that person, especially if they're a main cast member, they have their own performance. So you suspect that she's alluding to that.
But if... Are we going to pretend that we're dead for the rest of time? Like, what's the...
At least for tonight. And she brings something out of her bag and she puts it... She walks over to you and she says, close your eyes. And she puts onto you it's a bit uncomfortable on your face to begin with, but a set of glasses on which is a huge novelty nose and a moustache.
Excellent.
Can you describe to me what you look like currently? You are under the effect of the disguise self spell.
How much does disguise self do? Can
Completely.
I like
Yeah.
check? Okay, I'm gonna be really tall.
You are a 7-foot Goliath.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a Goliath that's got like really, really long, like I don't know, blonde hair, who's like really nice and maintained well.
Yeah.
But she still has like a leather jacket on. She looks nice, but she still has a leather jacket on.
I think that will get you covered for at least tonight. Then whatever you want to do, you can do afterwards. But for now, we're pretending that you're dead. It gives you some time to make some decisions about what your play is next.
Okay. Does Vince think I'm dead?
Of course he doesn't think you're dead.
Oh, okay.
Nobody here thinks you're dead. We can trust the family.
Oh, okay.
But we're all in on it. We all know exactly what we need to do.
No, last time we trusted a family member.
Listen! I never had family my whole life, and I just wanted to have a brother. I didn't know he was evil.
Oh, that was not at all a slight on you, Nerily. That was for a contrary tale. It was unnecessary. Pat's shoulder.
Thank you.
I think we're going to a party.
I think so. I was glad that you said that because I've arranged everything. And it's tonight.
Oh, shit.
Good thing I've practiced lying low now. And she puts her hood up and changes her fancy dress to just be something like plain peasant-y looking clothes, like somebody who would be attending the local circus.
On that note, should we have a break? Bio break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Good idea.
Let's stick the do-good peanut there.
Take your bingo cards.
Zoom in. Come on, focus.
Have you not gone with my picture?
Well, I could do that, but I was thinking... I was going to hang it here, but then I was like, oh, that's a lot of effort, and I was still doing...
You need a thing that holds it at the perfect distance from your camera, so it's like the right size.
And like sellotape it to the end of a ruler or something.
I was gonna say, tape something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
I think we should all get one.
Except me.
Yeah. Yeah, you just put your face in the right spot.
Go on,
how do I go for my bio break?
Focus. Let's go for your bio break. For those of you who are familiar, you know what's going on. For those of you who are new to the stream, we go off for our bio breaks and then we return whenever we're done. That's usually within about 5 minutes' time. We don't have a set period. In the meantime, we recommended that you stretch your legs. It's good for you, you know? Don't get, like, DVT or something.
Jesus. Okay, you go. I'm gonna run some ads in the meantime, but yeah, go stretch. Once again, sorry, OBS is blocked. I don't know what happened. Go stretch. I'll run ads. Get a drink. Don't you dare move, piece of paper.
Oh. I'm back. Oh, and I'm very bright. Oh. Oh no. Dear me. Oh, crikey. The light balance is struggling, is what it's doing. It's really struggling. Close. Auto balance? Auto balance? Oh, it kind of worked. No, it didn't work. Didn't work at all.
Shit.
Was I always this bright?
No. You want to turn your thingy down a little bit? Ring light, that's what it's called. Turn the ring light.
I'm still super bright. You know what? It's fucking fine. It's fine.
Cyborg, there was a trivia question on TV. It was like a moth to a flame.
Oh, is it?
What was the trivia question?
In total, how many fingers and toes does a frog have?
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't actually stay around for the answer, to be fair, so that's what Google and that will have to do.
Oh, damn it. Is it 12?
See, I said 12. Oh, 4 fingers. I thought it was like 3 fingers, 3 toes on each thing, but no. 4 fingers and 5 toes. So 18 in total. Greedy buggers.
Greedy buggers. What
It's
did you hear?
a bit wet outside.
Raining.
It's raining.
Raining?
Oh, like, so hard that I can hear it very audibly.
Mm. Oh
Right.
no, I can't hear it at all.
It's so loud. Guess who's going up in the attic?
What?
It's me.
It'll be
It's me.
fine.
I'm going up in the attic. It's so loud. It's so loud.
Is it just pointing at you though, rather than
It must be pointing at me.
Oh, it do be raining.
Do you want to come down and listen to it, and I'll put Jack's face up?
I can literally hear it through your mic.
You can hear it through my mic.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so loud.
I don't know why I'm leaning closer.
Yeah, I can hear it.
That's crazy.
Oh, wait,
my
that's
goodness.
rain.
That's rain that you can hear in the background.
Christ!
Right now. It's really, really loud. Oh my gosh.
I hope it's not giving rain on Tuesday. I don't want to be stood on the picket line pissing it down.
This is wild. It's just
Snow's on
suddenly
there.
started. Bring back the snow. This is absolutely nuts.
There were people like clearing the drives and the paths with like shovels and like there's like 2 inches at most of snow. Come on, grow up.
They don't want it to turn into ice.
Yeah, true. So it's all melted. Shame on God. We didn't have too much though, only a little bit.
I was got slushified pretty quick. This is
Plus your 5
wild.
this evening.
This is absolutely wild.
Buddy's only just dried off. Buddy pampered that dog. He's curled up on the settee and my parents have put a blanket on top of him.
Yes, he's pampered. But he's a nerdy little boy. He needs pampering.
Mm. Yeah, it's easy to see how much he's cost us the past week.
Yeah.
Do you have pancreatitis or something?
No, it turns out he didn't. Something to do with his pancreas. They believe it was some kind of just generic stomach infection. But yeah, he spent the night in the emergency vets and then spent the full day at our vets afterwards. Now he's on different food again. It's a whole saga.
Gosh.
He's got one really skinny leg because they had to shave it for the IV drip.
Bless him.
Mm.
But he's feeling better.
Seems to be.
Good. I'm so distracted by this rain. I'm so distracted by it.
Christ, it's like hail.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was hail. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is hail.
Welcome back.
Hello. Oh, used to not being the last one back. It's weird. I don't like it.
What did you say?
I'm not used to being not the last one back.
Oh.
Just
I
loud?
was eating crisps. Just loud rain hitting your window. What you gonna
Very
do?
loud. What can I do? What can I do?
What you gonna do? What are we gonna do? What you gonna do?
Get a really
What you gonna
big
do,
umbrella.
see?
Hey, see?
What are you gonna do?
It's pushing it down, hey?
Just hope that our attic doesn't fill up.
That would be nice.
It'll be fine.
To be fair, the side that sounds loudest is the one that didn't previously have a bunch of holes in it, so. Yet.
Right.
Why are you saying these things?
I guess I'm just worried about it.
Yeah. You're so worried about it that I'm like making sure I'm so mellow about it. Like I'm so chill about it. Just even us out.
Have you considered installing an indoor water feature so you just never know?
No. Beautiful.
It's just water. You're mainly water yourself.
Exactly.
Come back for the most interesting parts of every conversation.
So
What about an
hydrated.
indoor water feature?
It's raining very heavily in the background against my
To
window.
be fair, you have an indoor water feature with that fucking tap.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we do. But enough of that. Onwards,
Feature.
back to our D&D.
Honestly, that kind of feels like the biggest thing I missed this weekend. I could have seen the tap in person.
The tap. Yeah, the crazy tap.
For context, when we moved into this house, they have a weird like waterfall tap. And it's not attached properly, so it's
It
loose.
can confirm.
And if you try and put it on, it also is difficult to turn on the tap. So it's all around really just ugly and weird. So
Yeah. People who think they can do DIY.
we had a Tesco delivery man today who was like, "Can I use your toilet?" And he commented on the tap.
We actually.
Toilet. We're like, "We didn't buy
Amazing.
it. It's not us."
Okay.
As long as it wasn't like, wow, that was such a great tap. Wow, I love it. Like, you can have it. Take it. Please.
Please. Right, so Hilda has proposed that there is going to be a big Oro celebration this evening. She's proposed it basically being like, we're doing this anyway. Sure, hope you don't mind. And has it all set out, all planned.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yeah.
The note on the flowers, that says that Haiku and Nurali are also dead, right? Was it just Oro?
It says the completionists.
The completionists, okay.
Oh god, I haven't got a cursor anymore. Specifically, oh no, it's fine. Cursor's come back now.
Would they know where I originated from? I'd like to think not. I'm just thinking, is the greater Haiku clan gonna get this and panic?
Right.
Potential.
Is it gonna get to Chult anytime soon? Probably not, if they even know where I'm from. No, that's fine.
I mean, you are a turtle. They are famous for coming from a certain part of the world.
I mean, they don't know a Hoi Hoi specifically, though.
I don't know what he could know about all of us.
Someone reassure me.
But surely you cannot show your face at this party, because a turtle appearing after being at the,
Yeah.
It's suspicious.
That's true.
Do you have more disguised self goggles, Mum?
No.
Shit.
I'm afraid not, my sweets.
That is very loud rain.
Yeah, it really
it's
is.
super duper loud rain, and the more that I speak, the more it's going to come through the microphone, so you can hear just how crazy loud it is. It's really, really loud.
For the sake of the party and for a smooth evening, I'm happy to sit this one out.
Oh no, we'll have a
Just
we'll
roll a
things
keg
planned.
over.
We've all
Haiku,
sorts of
this is a
things
circus.
planned.
They've got makeup and costumes.
You see, everyone will come in cosplay.
Cosplay.
Now that I can get behind.
Everyone will be, many of the people will be coming as Oro.
Oh,
I am already green.
then why did Oro need to disguise?
Her costume might be a little bit too convincing.
That is fair.
Also, it just kind of seems like I've never met a lot of Goliaths, but they don't seem like the types for cosplay as much, so one could just be wandering through and is like, ooh, food. I've actually only met one Goliath, so I guess I can't really say that. Maybe you should make yourself green and so it looks like... Can you do that? Can you change it now that you've already done it?
Are there any fake ears I could put on, Mom? Any fake goblin ears?
Yeah, we've got some. We're selling them.
Okay, sweet.
What sizes do they come in?
They're part of our merchandise stall, so we have all sorts of sizes.
Do you have extra small?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Extra small ears?
Band as well.
Wait, is this not just an illusion and I go to poke Oro?
Surely enough, yeah. It becomes clear to you that Oro is currently under the guise of some illusion magic.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to just, if you can, you'll just have to change it with the glasses. You won't be able to put the ears on, and I poke at the Goliath's ears and my hands go like through them.
Could I come as Nugget? I feel like that would fit my stature better.
Yeah.
Can I cast Minor Illusion and make Nugget's nose on Haiku?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that?
How do I look? I mean, I'll have to fashion some wings. Sure, I can do that. Could make them
Pretty
function.
No, calm down.
If you have the time for it.
You've got time.
You don't need to resummon Nugget. You now have Haiku for Nugget instead.
I take my cloak that I'm usually wearing over my outfit off and put it in the bag of holding, and I make the gown approximate Oro's like leather jacket and normal clothing, But it's like not exact. It's not too good, right? Like it's a
Uh-huh.
little bit different. Like the colors are a bit off and things like that. So it doesn't look like I intimately know what this outfit should
Yeah.
normally look like.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I guess most people wouldn't really actually know what Oro like fully looks like, right? Or
Wouldn't
where-
know like all the minute details because they haven't prestidigitated them about 100,000 times.
I reckon like the average person probably like knows Green Goblin, leather jacket.
Red
Maybe
hair.
about the hair. I reckon the hair's.
I think so. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah. It's very pronounced hair.
Mhm.
In a good way.
acrobatics.
Just a bunch of
Hello.
people injuring themselves on the night.
Hello,
Hello.
focus on me? What is
You
it
gotta go,
focusing on?
like-
You gotta do the
Hello.
beauty and
No, I know, but
thing.
like, what is it focusing on if not me?
It might be the
Feels
light in
on
the
you.
background, actually.
Yeah, I might have to turn
Sometimes
off.
that can.
Sound like
Um, Do you have any way of temporarily coloring hair? Oh, he can't hear because I asked that question at the worst time. Neurally turns to Hilda and is like, "Do you have any way of temporarily coloring hair?"
So you know how you wanted to sort the bag of holding inventory out last week? Just a reminder that you wanted to do that
Yeah.
for no reason.
Is there hair dye in the bag of holding?
No, there's something way better than that.
Oh my god. Is there a big red wig in the bag of holding?
What is
Is it
that?
Wait, did we?
I'm pretty sure that should be.
Oh
in
my
there.
god, the hairpin! Nearly literally asked that question and is like, wait! Pulls the hairpin out and does like a pretty close to Oro hair style.
Pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Like the scrunchie is the wrong color kind of
It's like-
thing.
2 or 3 shades out.
Uh-huh. It's like a little too red. It's more like blue red than the like nice fiery orangey red.
Mhm.
Can I change my minor illusion once it's been set, or
Sweetheart, you can take those goggles off and on as much as you like whilst you're here in this tent. I've set them up specifically. I'd like to leave you with them afterwards.
Oh.
But you can only use them once a day once you leave here.
that still sounds great? Thanks, Mom. She proceeds to spend the next 5 minutes being like, "What about this?" And she like
It's just
takes the goggles, puts
montage.
them back on. Yeah. And
Like
once she
all
has
different
one of
side
the
heights. And...
small, big gobbo ears. Huh? Hold on.
Tall
It's
Oro, wide Oro.
Flat Oro.
Tall like
It's
Oro.
just there's that Lizzo song playing in the background, but it's Oro. It's big Oro, itty bitty Oro, Mississippi Oro, and city Oro.
Hot tub Oro.
The pretty Oro with a bow tie.
Oro in a business suit with a briefcase.
She took a
Yeah.
bath,
This is
not a
Oro.
big tie. Sorry, I was too busy rhyming.
A
Oh my God.
A pink goblin instead.
Wait, what did you say?
A pink goblin
A
instead.
pink goblin.
Like the
Yes.
chat
What
emotes.
about this?
This is you, but pink.
With all the colours inverted and he spelled R-O-R.
Rar.
Raw.
Mostly orange with green hair.
So you've got. She explains to you that there is going to be that there'll be an evening show really where people will come and see and they will buy Oro merchandise and there'll be a show and there'll be a kind of like a feast for the members of the circus in memoriam where we'll have an opportunity for you guys to go. It's like away from public eyes kind of thing. So you've got some time to prepare yourself with anything that you want to do this afternoon.
So I would like to spend some time studying my spells and changing the ones I have prepared around
Sure.
for things that may be more appropriate for probably not giant murder party.
Okay.
And probably also disguising myself as Oro and putting Oro ears on Scythe.
Love that.
Yeah.
Is Haiku gonna
Oh my
make
god, what if
functional
Scythe
wings?
was a little... Yeah, what if Scythe was a little nugget? Put a little nugget nose on Scythe.
Oh, it might be better. I was also thinking Scythe could be the Aura ears, because Scythe is like green and yellow.
Yeah, that would be cute.
I also like the little nugget.
Mm. Is
Like,
this a good?
Sorry, go on.
Is this a good time to get back actual nugget?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got time.
I'll do that.
Ooh, is it? Because if we're supposed to be dead, wouldn't that be a little too obvious? To have actual nugget?
Well, only Aura is dead, right?
I mean,
Allegedly.
If Aura dies, does Nugget go too?
No. So Nugget was canonically originally a big giant bat.
Mm-hmm. Like a real
and
creature.
Through bonding with Oro, became kind of infused with her spirit as well. When Nugget died the first time, Oro was able to coax Nugget back, or Nugget's spirit back, and give it material form. And that is something that now Nugget resides as a spirit that Oro calls on and gives form to.
So he could still show up and just be like, Oro died, but Nugget made it. Nugget's so very sad. What if we dressed Nugget up like Oro?
That's true.
Could just leave him in the tent, too.
Would Nugget stay in the tent now? Not that Thale knows that.
If there were enough sprouts.
Because the sprouts come out like 1 second if you turn the bag of holding, right?
Pretty much.
I don't think we've ever tried.
I'm pretty sure that's the. I'm pretty sure that's the law.
So the law is that they are unlimited, but the functionality of it would be probably like some kind of logarithmic, like inverse logarithmic kind of way where it's
exponential.
Like it slows down rather than speeds up.
Exponential.
Sure.
That's the inverse of a logarithm.
Oh.
Okay, work till tomorrow.
I love the idea
I got
of
this
just
on track.
setting up the bag of holding next to Nugget with like the lid open, and it's like one of those toys that throws the dog's ball for it, but it's just shooting out a sprout every couple of seconds. Nugget's just like
very stinky bat that evening.
You could just set up like a tiny servant just to repeatedly throw stuff. It's on a loop.
You take a sprout, you turn the sprout into a tiny servant, and it has to run around and avoid Nugget.
Possible. I can't remember if it has to be like an inanimate object.
I think Nugget would destroy the tent.
Yeah.
I'm getting big, like, you ever read a book as a kid called A Magic Porridge Pot? Okay, this is very specific.
Oh, maybe. It suddenly felt very
just
familiar.
a porridge pot which just produces porridge continuously until it floods a small town.
Yes, that is suddenly extremely familiar.
That is the very UK version of Stregonona, which is about an Italian grandmother who was a witch and had a magic spaghetti cauldron, and she could blow it kisses and it would start making spaghetti, and she would blow it kisses and it would stop, but the other people who wanted to use it watched in the window and they saw it start but not stop, and that's why it flooded the town, because they got the thing started but they didn't know how to make it stop. Pretty sure. I don't know if it originated which place it originated in, but
So Oro's going to spend her afternoon bringing Nugget back.
Yeah.
What else are we doing?
I would like to spend way too much time and effort on wings. Like massively over the top.
I feel like Haiku, with Haiku's intelligence score and artificer ability, along with other key skills that artificers have, like the useful item kind of procurement, that kind of thing, I think you could absolutely sort out some functional mechanical wings, like wooden. mechanical wings.
Canvas.
Maybe not the most, like, given the time constraints, maybe not the most, like, super duper over the top, like, mechanically complicated, but very functional, do the job, look good.
Yeah, quick sort of like whitewash.
Yeah.
Sweet Porridge came first. Stregonona was a reimagining of it.
Oh.
I had to find out because I was like, was that another thing that was stolen from other cultures? No, in fact, the U.S. stole it from you, but Italianized it. Yay. As we do everything. I'm going to meander over to like where there might be like stage makeup available to see if I can get greened.
Yeah.
And if not, then I think okay. Yeah.
You just have sprayers on the wall as you walk in. Just like,
Like a spray tan booth, but green.
yeah, you just walk, as you walk into the party, you just become green and you can't help it.
Amazing.
Close your eyes,
I'm
wait 10 seconds and turn around.
gonna make sure it's sealed so I don't get green body paint on everything.
Okay. Okie dokie. Cool. Cool. So in the afternoon, whilst you are going about your day, whilst Oro is preparing to do her ritual, Vince comes over and says hello for the first time because he hasn't seen you since you got back, and kind of like gives you a massive, overwhelming like squidge hug where he like would otherwise crush you, but is familiar enough with giving you hugs that is able to not crush you. And he speaks to you in Giant, which he is much more proficient in than Common. And he says to you, "You're back. Are you here for a long time or a short time?"
Short time, I think.
It's not been good without you. It's been bad compared to it.
Why? What happened? What's happening?
I'm just not good.
Oh.
My show isn't good without you. It's not Oro and Vince. It's just Vince.
Oh. I miss that time too. It was fun. Would
Come
you maybe
back
want
forever?
One day? Yeah.
Okay. I can wait.
How about another show?
We have a special surprise for your show tonight.
Oh, okay. Have you met our new friend?
Who?
Big fire giant.
What? He looks like almost concerned for a second. Who? What? Where? Why? But I'm your giant.
No. Fire giant.
But I'm your giant.
No, you're my giant. Obviously.
You don't need two giants.
No.
Fire giant. Don't need two giant.
No, don't need two giant. But we saved Giant from prison as well.
Prison giant.
Yeah, but he nice and cool and helped us.
Okay.
Very strong, powerful.
I haven't met
But I think you should meet. I think you'd get on really well.
He seems really nervous about it.
Why are you nervous about it? It's okay.
Roll a... We're going to go nature check.
Okay.
Is it nature check? Could argue it's an arcana check.
Can I argue it's a perception check?
No.
Animal handling check?
So you calling giants animals?
Can I use my d6 on that? I haven't.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, good. Yep.
It's not great. You are aware that in giant society there is a hierarchy. You don't know much else because Vince has never really spoken to you about it, and Vince is like kind of your way into the giant world. You haven't met too many other giants. You've not really got into like giant culture very much. You just know the basics, and the basics that you know are giants, different types of giants live in. They have a kind of a hierarchy. They know largely who the boss of everyone else is at all times. It's almost like a leaderboard where if the person above, like the person one spot above you on the leaderboard is around, they are immediately the de facto boss. Like there's like a global, universal leaderboard of all the giants, and that's pretty much as you know. And you suspect that is the root of his anxiety. Because you suspect that hill giants aren't super duper high up that list.
Right. Are fire giants high on the list of giants or something?
Higher than Vince.
Oh. And that's like a thing that like trumps everything, right? Like even if people are really nice and just treat each other like level, like equal.
Not for Vince,
giant.
but some giants. Some giants mean and bossy.
Right, I see. He didn't seem very bossy. He listened to me, and I'm just a little guy.
You are very little. You are so little.
Yeah.
And he listened to you?
Yeah.
And you're so little.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
I could talk to him about it separately.
Let's go.
Okay.
You walk off to try and find Drazik. He's not hard to find because he is adjacent to the tent that you guys were sleeping in. There is almost like a stable where you can hear snoring coming from. It's like a really loud, like thunderous snore.
All of the hay in the stable has burnt up. It's just ash.
Jurassic. Morning.
He kind of rolls up and is sleep feels good. It feels good
Glad
to
you were able
sleep.
So your first sleep in a while?
Outside of the prison, it is a different thing. It is freer.
Yeah.
I don't know what I will do with myself, but I know that I will sleep. I will sleep a lot.
Yeah. Good. You saying you don't know what you're going to do is one thing, but first I'd like you to meet my best friend in the whole wide world, Vince.
Oh, he kind of sits himself up and stands, and he brings himself out of the stables, and he is several feet taller than Vince is. Like Vince is big, but Drazik is bigger, and he kind of looks down at Vince, and Vince looks up, and you can hear Vince go.
It's okay.
And you can see immediately that Drazik kind of like recognizes that there is like an awkwardness, a tension. And he says, and Vince says, Anand's blessings to you. And kind of like defers his head, like tips his head down a little bit. You can roll me a history check.
Sure. 12.
Okay. All you know is that Anand is a giant god. Not much more. And you hear Drazik say, And be damned. Do not defer to me, brother. Go about your business. And he kind of just like, do what you need to do, bro. It's fine. I care not for the ordering. And Vince goes, oh, okay. Bye. Just like turns around, like you can see that there's like not like that anxiety kind of melts away a little bit. It's not quite fully gone, but you can see that like he goes from really tense and like head bowed down, like shit, my boss is here and he's angry, to oh, not sure what to do with myself now. Like the same sort of anxiety is there, but it's way lesser because it's like I didn't expect that to happen, and I'm not sure what to do with that. And he kind of just okay, and he just like walks off. And he Vince looks at you in the eyes and goes, oh, and he's just walks away.
Tragic, what the fuck does that mean?
The ordering is the rules.
Right.
The rules by God. That one giant has a place above other giants, and that different types of giants are bigger than and better than other giants. And Anam did nothing to me, or nothing for me when I was chained up by the drow. It helped me absolutely none. Whilst I was working away in the Underdark making their blades, he helped me none when I was secreted away to a prison. So fuck the ordering.
Yeah. Fuck 'em.
I'm done with it. And I'm done with giants.
Oh, just in general? Just like old giants? Like
Any
even the
giants
chill
that
giants?
follow the ordering, I have no respect for. And I don't want to be around.
I mean, I don't think that Vince has, it's just like, scared of you being, like better than in order of like giant tiers. Well, yeah. He's chill. He's cool.
I believe you.
Yeah.
He's not fire, so he must be cold.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you get back to sleep. I'm gonna go catch up with Vince.
Great.
Yeah.
He sits down, immediately calms down. You hear a creak in the wood as he's like leaning against the side of the shed, and you're uncomfortable with it, but you lean into it.
I go back to where Vince was.
Oh, that went better. That went good.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about the order of things.
Orders makes Vince feel bad.
Yeah, stupid.
I
Not
don't
good.
like it.
Yeah.
I don't like things that make you feel bad.
No.
And makes me feel bad. Ordering makes me feel bad. Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. You don't have to follow it or anything.
Not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Drazik.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, he's gonna light himself on fire, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Literally about to say, do you think I could be fire?
I don't know if that's how
do I be
giants
fire?
I don't think you should be fire. I think you're great as you are.
Can be fire, like, yo, you're fire.
Yeah.
Maybe Hilda know how to make me fire.
Maybe. But you don't need to be fire. That just doesn't mean anything.
But be more like Drazik. Be big cool guy.
You're a big cool guy. Yeah, see? On your own, you're a big cool guy.
I'm pretty big cool guy, but Drazik really big cool guy.
It's okay, you can look up to someone, you don't need to be exactly like them.
I will think about it.
Okay.
Still want to be on fire though.
Haiku hands Vince the flamethrower. Just because he's no
Don't
more.
do it.
Okay, you go back to your business. That is that you are casting your ritual. It involves you kind of... the ritual for you to bring Nugget back involves a lot of kind of coaxing of a spirit. So this is a lot of preparation. What you need to do is spend, I think it's about 25 gold on fine foods and things that can kind of like... A lot of it is symbolic in that you kind of like create a shape that could be a body, and then that the spirit could potentially be like... it could use that to create a body, but some of it is a lot less symbolic and a little bit more literal in that you are trying to coax Nugget to the material plane to take form again. So it is a lot of you kind of bringing in arcane energies and kind of working them up. You aren't trying to cast something in a split instant, you are trying to pull on the weave and do so kind of slowly in a way that doesn't cause any imbalance, and pulls the spirit of Nugget towards you in a way that is going to help to build on the bonds that you already have, as opposed to yank them out of wherever they currently are. So you are drawing Nugget to the material plane, and you're doing so in a way that is sustainable for a long period of time, and also not traumatic or sudden. It is a slow kind of connection that you develop over several hours. But the last kind of moments of your ritual, at this point you've got candles lit, you've been chanting for the last 2 hours solid, building up these kind of spectral energies around you. You bring out the last ingredient, which is a sprout, and you hold it up and you see a kind of a spirit form in front of you, this kind of pearlescent but also kind of like grey blue cloud almost starts to form into the shape of Nugget, and you can kind of see it following your hand as you're leading it around, and then you'd hold it out as if to say, here you go, and Nugget leaps through this smoke and comes out in physical form, barrels into you, kind of immediately plucks the sprout out of your hand, and then kind of just like pushes into you and licks your face before nuzzling into you and giving you a big cuddle. Nugget is back with us.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That is the perfect version of that ritual for Nugget. 100%. 10 out of 10. No notes. Amazing.
For the rest of you guys, Haiku, you managed to perfect some wings. They are ideal, they are white, they're made with wood. You've got some kind of leftover leather that you managed to find that have been left around the circus, not being used, as well as some cloth, so you've tactically placed it in different places. Halfway, kind of, when you're doing your final touches, Nugget returns and starts kind of wandering around the tent, so not like where the public basis is, but you kind of like, I forgot about this bit, and you kind of like make some slight adjustments, like you forgot to add like a claw here or whatever. And it helps you to kind of like perfect it. Athale, you make any switches that you want to make, and Nerily, you're looking ideal, but just not quite ideal. You know, just off perfect. The show starts, and it is a remembering Oro party, so it's like a in memoriam kind of thing. There is a huge balloon that is in the shape of Oro's head, kind of flowing over the top of the circus. It's all green, it's got big flowing kind of like orange locks. You can tell that it's kind of like a balloon that's been partly, they've put stuff on it to make sure that it looks like kind of legit, but there's an illusion sort of vibe over it as well. So you suspect that there's an illusion on top of a balloon that's got some like orange like streamers coming off and that kind of thing, and tinted green with paint, so that even if you see through the illusion, you've still got something like on top, like beneath the illusion, as it were. And the shows begin, and there are several of the acts are Oro themed. So kind of Francois and all the magicians doing their kind of illusions and those kinds of things. And they will all at some point within their act be helped by some mysterious green figure that is never fully revealed. And Vince is on for one of his performances. And since you've been gone, he's been doing performances, and others have done performances around him, but they've never been the Oro and Vince show that you would previously do. Your previous show was very much you pretending to fight Vince, the kind of like David and Goliath story of someone very, very small somehow managing to do this incredible acrobatic feat of defeating this massive giant. But as the show comes and goes, what is being done instead is that one of the other performers, who is a newish member to the circus, new enough that you've met them before and you know and trust them, but you've kind of like, you don't know them quite as well as the other ones, called Cavs' Edin. He is a dwarf who juggles axes primarily. And they do a special show, a one-off show, where instead of him doing his axe juggling, he is acting as a dwarf barbarian who is going to go and fight Vince, and he's doing this whole like homage to the Oro and Vince show where he charges towards him like, he leaps through the air with two axes to embed them into Vince, and Vince just bats him out of the way. And it's an homage to the Oro show in that Oro would quite deftly and acrobatically manage to defeat Vince, but really all this is just Vince trying his darndest and doing quite cool axe show stuff, but in the reality of it is he's just getting his ass kicked by Vince over and over again. So it's like an homage, but like a massive failure that kind of just shows just how good Oro was. Throughout the crowd, you see many people in kind of Oro cosplay. You don't see very many Nuggets, because Nugget was not really canon whilst you were here at the circus. But there are lots and lots of Oros. You see a lot of, especially like kids with maybe slightly more convincing cosplays. But many adults will at least have on like a wig or like the ears, that kind of thing. Popcorn is being sold. And you see there are like all sorts of Oro merchandise around.
Green popcorn.
Yeah, green popcorn.
Someone selling a perfume that makes you smell like Oro. It's just like...
Weirdly, that's one thing that's not on sale.
Just swamp water.
Yeah.
And, but at the end of the evening, as you know, there are... members of the crowd going by, you kind of hear them as you're mingling amongst them. You hear people crying, I can't believe she's gone, but also, that was amazing, that would have been, she'd be so happy with that performance, it's just, what a wonderful way to remember Oro, what an incredible performer, that kind of thing. You guys make your way to the banquet that's been set up for you. So you guys are served roasted mushrooms, garlic roasted mushrooms, breaded chicken, steamed rice, spring onions, with a dessert of Black Forest Gâteau, gravlax for a starter, cheese and wine, and just a veritable feast of delicious yummies. And as you are sat amongst friends, the circus members, you get to chatting and you get to learning about each other a little bit more. So what I'd like to hear from you is one conversation that you share with another member of our party. You can include more than one person in this conversation if you'd like to. It can be open to everybody, but I want you to identify one topic that you want to bring up with someone else, and then everyone can contribute if you want. If you want it to be private, it can be private. That can be. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Anyone got something in mind immediately, or are you still cooking?
Yeah. Well, actually, it depends. Does Nurli have anything that is obviously Selûnite?
Not right now because of the cosplay, but you would have seen like her dress always has like moon and stars. Like her wand literally has like a crescent moon with clouds over it, and there's like eyes on it somewhere. Like the eyes with the 7 stars around. They were more crescent moony in her thing, so she doesn't have like the traditional one, but she's probably mentioned Selene several times, just like offhandedly, like the way that a religious person, Selene preservers kind of stuff, like but she is, it sounds weird sometimes when she says Selene because she's so used to saying like Our Lady or like the Moon Lady and things like that, so she's like trying to like deprogram herself in a way while also is definitely still being like very religious. So it is very obvious that she is attached to that in some way, even if she's not wearing anything right now. And actually you might not have noticed that because of the clothes, so never mind. Is Aura's leather jacket like a 3/4 leather jacket or like a full sleeve leather jacket?
It's full sleeve.
It could be 3/4 because you're trying to not do a perfect Aura impression.
That's true. Okay, so the sleeves are going to be a little short, and which reveals she has
bionic arms.
She has, what'd you say?
Bionic arms.
Yes. She has a little birthmark. I don't think this has ever come up before, but this is something I wrote in day one when I made her. There's a thin crescent moon-shaped birthmark around her left wrist. She has kind of like a darker, like very Aasimar, like goldeny skin tone, so it almost appears like vitiligo, like it's a white mark instead of being colored. So there's like an absence of color in the shape of a thin crescent moon on her left wrist.
So Thale's question is like to Nurli is like brain empty. It's gonna be along the lines of like I heard Hilda mention wings. Soapy Angel, I see you are wearing the mark of Selûne. This does not seem like a coincidence.
No. Yeah, it's kind of a long story. I always just thought, I was told that we didn't know who my family was, and that I was probably elven of some kind. And then while I was in Nesmith, kind of starting out as an adventurer, one day I got really upset about somebody being like taking advantage of people, and it made me feel very protective, and all of a sudden I had wings. And so she's gonna dig through and find one of the like silvery, like opalescent-y wings and kind of like surreptitiously like show them like what it looks like. They kind of look like that, and like stuff it back away really quickly.
Yeah. That is definitely not elven.
No, turns out my mom is like a celestial being tied to Selene.
Ah.
Yeah. And so is the real name of that Garius alias person is Alrius, and same. He also has that tie. Apparently that's his mom too.
I see.
Yeah. So I guess I'm
That is
I don't know.
unusual. unusual origin.
Yeah. I've learned so much in the last little bit. Apparently, like a really powerful lady that we met named Thistle, who is kind of like otherworldly in a different way, found a baby in a pool of moonlight and handed that baby off to what later became a bad place, but was originally just like a religious order, and that was me. Just kind of existing in the night, on the ground, in moonlight, and flowers.
It may be fortuitous then that you have been the one to take me out of that prison. I think you may be able to help me, but I also think this may not be the right place or time to talk about it, however much I kind of want to.
Well, I'd love to talk about Selene, so... She looks a little bit too excited when she says that. Is that what would help?
Yes.
We can talk about it later if you want to, but... She's like, mouthful of food. We can talk about it now.
Let's talk about it later.
Okay.
Perfect! I had in my notes, make Athale and Nerily talk.
I know.
And I didn't have to do it. Didn't have to do anything. Wonderful.
I've been thinking about it.
Alright, more conversations. Who's talking to who?
Thale,
Yes.
why? You know, you're a shader Kai, right? That's it.
Yes.
Maybe a personal question. I don't know. What I've met 2 shader Kai so far. One being you, one being another shader Kai.
Oh.
Where is there a reason why you guys are all like a little bit like cool and edgy and like not as like more like
Dower.
Oh, I'm blurry.
Wow. Oh,
Blurry.
you moved too much, now you're blurry.
Too much.
That ghost that keeps walking in front of you.
Hello. I'm over here.
There you go.
Oh.
Slow pan.
It comes from our nature of being born and raised within the confines of the Shadowfell. It is a place that drains you of your wee energy.
Oh. That sounds upsetting. Yeah.
It is quite a miserable place, yes.
Damn. Okay. Yep. Shit. That's
Well,
so
this-
bro.
Does Oro look awkward now? Like, it would be welcome if someone interjected.
Yeah. She's like,
Okay. Wait. The Shadowfell, isn't that tied to... Nerly suddenly looks really worried and is like, are you pledged to Shahar?
Absolutely not. In fact, quite the opposite.
Oh, good.
I guess.
Oh god.
In fact, well, we may as well bring this up now. I was going to wait, but you've said it. The thing I need help with is the fact that Shah has trapped the Raven Queen within the Shadowfell. And I need to try. My goal, my mission, the reason I am here is to reduce her grip on my queen. My people have lost hope. They cannot see that they could get to Arendor. They could get to the promised lands they have given up. It is a cruel trap by Shah.
can imagine that it would be tough to hold on to hope in a place that drains you like that anyway.
Could you
Guess I
do not
didn't know
know.
as much.
Could you roll me a religion check, please, Nerily?
Okay.
These guys, this is a party.
Hi.
So funny.
19.
Oh shit! Okay.
And I am proficient.
You are proficient, but you are also
I love-
You were raised in
Exactly.
a Selenite cult, so
Yes. I love to pepper in information I know is wrong
Yeah.
because, like, I feel like that's the thing that Nerly would have been taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have heard of the Raven Queen. Your understanding is that the Raven Queen is a kind of a minion, like a lackey of Shah, and that she kind of takes like a minor role in kind of doing Shah's bidding, and that part of her the teachings that you've heard is that she it's her role to kind of like snatch souls into the Shadowfell. And add to her cloak of souls, and that she does so maliciously, and she's doing it as the bidding of Shah. That's what your understanding of the Raven Queen is.
Okay. I have learned in the last couple of years that a lot of what I thought to be true wasn't. Is it not true that the Raven Queen does the bidding of? Every time she has to say the word Shar, Nerly hates it. It's like she chokes on it. Like sometimes she doesn't even finish the word. She just trails off and hopes that you understand because it's like disgusting to her and she hates it so much.
Yeah. Finish it off, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know the Raven Queen was once an elf?
I don't think so. I was taught a lot of things that were wrong, but my understanding was that she was like a minion to Shar and like steals away souls.
Shah has trapped her in her realm, and that is why she needs help. She was once an elf with a goal to move into a better place, a permanent home for her people. But she was betrayed by those in her ranks, and I believe it is Shah who was responsible. Trapped her in a
Deception.
cycle of misery within the Shadowfell.
Deception and lies is her purview. So that's possible.
Indeed. It is a
Well-
cruel cage that she is held within.
If your goal is to weaken... Again, Nerly's like, ugh. If your goal is to weaken her, you might want to travel with us.
Yeah, we hate that bitch.
We can tell you more about it. This probably isn't the right place to really go into all of it, just because, although I trust your family, Oro, some things are dangerous information.
Mhm.
But she is working against Selene as well. And we've already encountered a lot of her foul corruption and deceit.
Well, it seems our aims may be aligned then. I would like to travel with you.
I'm sorry that you got stuck in that prison for a long time, but
Well,
maybe it was for a reason.
You're now stuck in a different prison.
With us. Yay!
Hey! Alright, let's get him inked up.
oh no. Some kind of hazing ritual.
No, we have. Well, you're not gonna be able to see it now because of the body paint, but we have tattoos.
Sick tattoos.
Fortunately, they're already on our skin, so you are going to have to tattoo the previous person who used to be in your position because then we'd have to change it.
Can't we add it? We could add a thing to it.
We can add something to it. We'll have to go back to that same person, and we have diamonds now, so
Yeah.
put it on the list of things to do. Might not be the most
Maybe she's
important
at this
thing.
party.
Maybe she sat right here.
With a tattoo
Oh
gun.
wow, she was with us the entire time.
She's already tattooing a veil. Wow.
She's not
Some people do
unfortunately.
kitschy Friday the 13th tattoos. Some people do kitschy funeral tattoos, like funeral party tattoos.
Maybe you got to go en route to your next destination. We're getting into the end of our session, so I want to get in your other conversation pieces.
Yes.
I'm hoping they are, I'm not going to say shorter, but maybe nicer. And less
Wow.
serious.
Thanks.
No, you've done what I wanted you to do wonderfully. Very happy.
That actually arose really naturally because when you told us that we might need to make sure that we have something to talk about, that covered both what I and Oro wanted to bring up. So all we have left is haiku.
Haiku, go for it.
I think in a lull in the conversation, I sort of lean into a feeling I don't actually execute people, by the way. It was
Is that a question?
one person who was poisoning another. I just don't want, if you're going to be a part of our team, I don't want you coming here thinking I'm some kind of execution. I'm not. I'm just a normal turtle.
Who happens to have murdered an innocent
Who
person.
happens
Have
to
I
have
met
shot
any other
someone
turtles? Probably
point
not.
blank in a tavern.
Seems unlikely.
Well, having met any other turtle, or not having met any other turtle, I guess I will have to take this as normal turtle behavior.
Oh no! Do not let me represent the entire turtle race. Good God, no!
You are known by some other names. Perhaps you would prefer those.
Probably.
The one with the scalp?
That's not actually true anymore.
Ah, okay. I'll cross that
You did
one
get a
out.
scout back.
Did I?
Yeah, it was in the meat shop.
Oh,
Yep.
it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Or
Oh.
Hot Rod.
I don't know how you've heard that one. That's only known in certain circles. I'll be honest with you.
It's on the page.
Is that one that? Oh god.
One of them was a blabbermouth.
Is that one that Sir Reginald would know?
If he didn't before, he does now.
I'm gonna say he's a wizard, so maybe now you're known in wizard circles by that name.
Wizards always tell.
Could be.
This is canon. Wizards are the kiss and tell class.
I mean, you heard Elrond with the.
It's true. There's so much precedent for this.
Oh, yeah. See if he's had a few drinks. I want to know more.
In my world, wizards are the where the bard stereotype goes. Like bards go around fucking everything. No, it's wizards.
You have one other name, the collection.
That's not as true nowadays, really, is it?
You've still got loads of things.
Collection could be any size.
What's a fraction of?
I'm
it
sure
was
you will
before.
find new things based on what you had before.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, of course. There's loads of things.
Might have to loosen my morals a bit when it comes to ownership.
Loosen them further.
You know.
I think we've spent enough time together.
Fair.
The way that Haiku keeps being surprised when they're read like a book.
Honestly, thought I was this mysterious figure. Everyone knows everything about me.
All right. I think that gives us a little bit of a good point to close it out at. You go to my notes just to make sure I haven't got something I've missed. Oh, two things, which I'll do quickly. One, during the evening, you guys some members of the kind of the banquet leave, and you kind of like you guys stay behind a little bit, and you start hearing some noises outside, and you kind of like poke your head out like the curtain to have a look, and you see that the vast majority of the beer has been drunk. It's emptied, and you follow the sounds, and you can see that Vince and Drazik are playing a drinking game.
Oh no.
Oh.
They're playing a drinking game, a giant drinking game that you're familiar with, Oro, called Rock in the Lake, which is essentially beer pong, but with full kegs. So they are fucked, and all of the booze is gone, but they're getting on.
Oh, good.
Like a hill on fire.
Oh my god. Is it more like a romantic vibe, or is it more like Big Brother vibe?
It's a Big Brother vibe.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's what I was hoping for, but I had to.
Yeah, it's a Big Brother vibe. And one final thing that leaves me with a pretty good opportunity to give you a bit of a cliffhanger. Not a bad cliffhanger.
Somehow.
Just not a bad cliffhanger, just a good one.
Another anus appears. We're in there the whole time.
It's anuses within anuses.
You hear kind of a clicking, clacking, the sound of like wooden wheels turning on a dirt path that moves through the tents. And sure enough, when that gets a little bit closer, the clicking clacking of wood and wheels starts to be clicking clacking of, it sounds like maybe some glass, and pulling a small cart is an elderly gentleman. As you see that the cart is filled to the brim with potions. This is Astrabagus walking through the camp.
Fuck!
And we'll end our session there.
No! I'm not leaving.
Oh my god.
And we'll leave it there.
My boy.
We did it, team. We got through, even though we were having to use the weird budget OBS.
OBS.
OBS, just your OBS.
Just me screen capturing Discord, and that's it. We got through the other way. Cool. Way, woo!
Yay.
We had a nice cathartic RP session. No combat, no sphincters. Just a nice time.
No,
you have to bring it up.
Here.
No,
There weren't any until you said it.
We get to learn a little bit about our characters, learn about where Thail's goals might lead you guys, and if it aligns with your own. Just a nice old little time.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
I feel sorry for Athale's next couple of days of them traveling together, because Neryl's just going to be like, so, tell me about the Raven Queen. I'm going to tell you about Selene. We have another devotee in the party. Somebody who gets it. Oh my god.
Here are 5 reasons why you should worship Selene. You won't believe number 4.
Like main idols. I feel like Nerly has been working on deprogramming, but there's still some things that are just too hard to let go of, that I feel like that knowing Athale and learning all of the misconceptions are going to be really like healthy for her in getting her to back up from being a zealot and be a little bit more of like a healthy...
It's really interesting for Nerly in the position that she's in, because she's gone from this, misinformation, hardcore, scary organization to still, in this world, it is fact that you are, by blood, related to Celestial Selune kind of origins. She exists. The Pantheon exists, her teaching exists, the power, you wield it. So, that is
Mama Selene.
But at the same time, you're like, okay, well, a lot of this I've learned is incorrect, and I have to deprogram that. But at the same time, hold on to the things I know are true and disentangle that, which is very complicated. But anyway, looking forward to the next session, and I'll chat to you guys about what your plans are going forward, where you want to go, what you want to do, because that will help me plan a little bit better. Although I've got some stuff planned, we'll see. I I'm going to leave it there. I forgot that I'm the one that's streaming.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to.
You got to say you're gone properly.
It's not happening from my side of things.
What's not?
Raiding.
I can try and raid from here. I think.
Go on then. You do it. And
wait. We need to do the weekly freeze.
But there's no other screen
I've
to
got
go
no other
to.
screens.
Also, we freeze, but it freezes us anyway. So like, it doesn't really make sense.
Tradition.
I know, but it never made sense to me.
Freeze,
because...
Doc, damn it. Alright, cheers. Get on with the rest of my evening.
So if I press the stop streaming button, will it take us over there, or do you
No,
press the...
hold on.
Don't hit it yet.
I need to press the raid now, and then you
I'm
end.
so out of the streaming loop.
Alright, so we're going to do a raid. If you'd like to come by, spam some hearts. That'd be appreciated. They're playing some D&D too. We'll see you next week, I think.
Think so?
Seems so. Alright.
Probably.
See you
I will
then.
have to double
Take care.
check.
Okay. It'll be in Discord.
We'll let you know in Discord. Alright, I'm going to raid now. Bye.
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 Okay, and now you can